We are now live.
Woohoo!
Check that out. Okay.
Howdy, y'all.
All right. Now, before we really get started, we have to reset this game because there's killer intro music.
Yeah, I love it. I love everything. I love everything.
There we go.
Oh.
I'm so excited to have you as a player. By the way, if you're just joining us, it's not just me and Karen tonight, but a glass picture fell over at somebody's house, so they're cleaning stuff up. They'll be with us soon enough.
This menu music is just so
Faxanadu.
good.
Yeah.
Faxanadu.
Hello.
Hey.
How do you not say it? I don't know anymore.
Wait, where are you two?
I have to add them.
Oh, okay. Hold on, because we can't see you.
I vote that it's a Faxanadu because I think it's playing on the Olivia Newton-John movie, right?
Well, I mean, it's not playing on the movie. It's playing on their other. It's a branch out of a game series. So it's supposed to be Fa for Famicom hyphen Xanadu their series. But I didn't know that as a 10-year-old or 11-year-old when this game showed up under the Christmas tree. So it's always been Faxanadu.
Yeah, of course.
And I refuse to call it anything else.
Nice.
So I know it's Faxanadu. I don't care that it's Faxanadu.
Like, what the heck sense does it make in English to pronounce an X with a Z sound anyway?
No,
if they had
totally
hyphenated it. Wait.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
It's my 4-month sub anniversary. Cool.
Hooray. The very first thing we have to do is go die.
Oh my gosh.
I love this town theme.
See, I was just gonna say this does not feel like a town theme to me at first,
Nope.
until we get to that moment. Anyway, we have to die. That's object one.
Why are you dying?
Unsafe town,
Because
right?
if you die, you spawn at the Guru with full health and magic.
I mean, yeah, it's true.
And you're headed there anyway. Also, then we can hear this. And I love this. This is the biggest slam. Don't have negative thoughts. It's like, fuck.
Remember your mantra.
Thanks. Thanks, I'm cured.
So
This is
wait,
a great
Dana and
game over
Julianne, how much of this game have Dana and Julianne done?
We played a little bit of it at your place, and that's all I've seen.
No,
Okay.
but I've only seen your pants.
I know,
Whatever's on your pants.
I don't have my pants with me, and I'm so sad
So,
about
for
this.
the rest of the
Karen,
stream,
you're the one-
Karen has
Today we play it, you don't have
Faxanadu
your pants.
pants.
I do have Faxanadu pants. I will find a picture and I will put it on the stream chat.
Well, this
I
is
can't.
a church.
Oh, hey, it's a Catholic church that's not a Catholic church.
This one has a guru, though.
This
Right.
theme shows up in my article on medievalism and emotions in video game music, and it showed up in that panel last year at AMS.
yeah.
This is one of my good organs.
Good organ.
The good organ.
Nice. Ooh, I love that trill. Good theme.
Yeah, it's very
Alright.
baroque.
Now we have to go visit the king once.
Crystal Dragon Jesus is Rohannes Jones's
Can't really hear.
jam.
Oh, that's some Mario stuff. Zelda stuff. Mario
I
and
get
Zelda.
that. I get that it's like a Brahms thing, but I've actually never thought about her name. Is it Yams? Joms? Jams?
I'm going with John's.
Joms. Correct us with that.
This is also a good organ one, but I didn't include it. But it's totally the regal king theme.
I feel
It
like
can't
it
be
goes
anything
out
else.
of its way to avoid a sequence here.
Yawns. It's yawns.
Yams.
So, if you visit the king with no money, you get 1,500 golds.
Yes, you do.
Oh, it's like the guy in Futurama that adds unnecessary plurals to everything he says.
It is.
Use gets 1,500 goldses.
So, Ryan, when you go into all of the different shops, we have to listen to the shop music.
So we can do this?
No, we have to do this. Wait, watch him. Look at this dude.
We're not gonna spend any money here.
No, you don't want to spend any money there.
And patronize that
No money at that shop either. That's refill your health and magic.
Yeah. You need some keys, you need a dagger.
No, I have an exact list of what to do.
Oh. I believe you.
And it's to get a trick for this first town visit. Well, I'm only good for this first visit, but I am good here.
So Ryan, have you played this a lot, or is this partially a result of some research for this?
I have never played it before. I've now played more of it than I ever have. I am doing some research.
Ah, excellent.
It turns out if you buy the red
Look at that guy. He's got nice arm hair.
Yeah, he does.
They rendered that well. Also, his worry lines.
You must
I will tell
immediately
you.
sell the red potion that you just bought. And now you can
When
buy
we
your
go get
stuff.
keys, the key guy, you really want to hang out with the key guy.
Key guy is next.
He's super sexy.
Ah,
Now I have a dagger.
What does this sound like? What, like, pop song does this sound like? Or, like, rock song?
Elixir. The reason for buying and selling the red potion, by the way, is to
I don't
make our
know.
money end up at 0 when I'm done shopping here, so that I can then go get free money again.
Maybe I'm just thinking of,
It sounds like a
the
craft fair
opening-
thing to me.
craft fair? Oh, craft.
Like Kraftwerk. Like the techno.
I thought you said fair.
you immediately thought of Etsy, didn't you? You're like,
The key
Yeah,
guy is
fair.
totally smoking a joint, by the way.
You guys hot,
no
I told
proof
you.
of that.
Key guy is
very
hot.
Who says it's a joint?
Oh, never mind.
It's definitely a joint now. Yo, what's up? I sell keys.
Alright, so I have chocolate options, and I need help deciding. I have a chocolate dipped strawberry one. Ooh. And then I have a chocolate filled with caramel brownie cream from Aldi.
I just know that
Addie
none
and
of them
I
are
don't
here.
care for the Aldi chocolates. We're probably snooty chocolate people, I guess.
Yeah, you made fun of my Icelandic chocolate because it was too low of a count. The one time. I was very excited about that chocolate, and you're like, oh, you should get the higher level or whatever. Like, I'm all about having high cacao.
And you can't equip in the shop.
Oh,
You have
that's
to go
what it
out.
is. Thank you.
Now you can equip.
Now I have to try the Aldi chocolate, because the other one's from Whole Foods, so that'll be
So
fine.
now I have no money again, and I can go back and get the king for more money.
And also kill those things.
I don't know how.
Use your magic.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, sure.
That's
don't-
dedication to
You
watch
do
on
not
your phone.
want to get a lot of experience in this game. It's very bad for you.
What's with the door opening sound? What's with that?
I don't know.
It's
It
like
sounds
a
like
something-
noise.
Something's dying.
Well, the thing is, wait till you die. Well, you've already heard him die once, but it's a very similar sound.
Interesting.
Maybe that's why I thought that.
Life and death.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird things in this game, having done some research now for the playthrough, that harms you that should not. Getting experience makes you worse in this game.
It's like this nice pedal tone thing that's going on.
Dum 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 dum. Yeah, I hear it.
Like that beautiful descent. That
Ah, phone sound, so it must be excellent.
So now we have to go out of town, Karen, right?
Yeah, you can head on your merry little way.
It's so funky. I love this little town theme. It's not very, like, Castle Wiggle. Like, I could say, like, okay, not a town theme, but it doesn't sound like a castle theme either.
Oh, agreed.
The game just, like, does what it wants. Gives no fucks.
I wish that you were, like... I used this game in the video game class on Nestopia, so that this was one of my examples for dropping out and letting the students hear every individual channel.
Cool.
They're so cool on this particular score. This is Jun Chikuma, and she didn't do a whole heck of a lot, but this is, like, I swear, her best work.
Can you do that on this this emulator?
Potentially.
That would be fun.
One thing is that town themes tend to be pretty diatonic and pretty simple,
And this
is
has a lot
going
of-
all over the place.
Yep.
It makes a really interesting, like, this is a really cool piece to transcribe because it just is really fascinating how she does all the different, I love it. I love
Do
this.
you have a transcription of it?
No, I don't.
That's too bad.
I might make one though. I was like, when I thought I would have time this summer for things, this was going to be one of the ones that I did for, like, did a transcription of.
The answer is
And
not quickly, by the way. Not
Okay.
an
Don't
answer
worry about it.
quickly.
But anybody who's running this through Nestopia, just drop out each individual channel and listen to this town theme at some point.
always
It's super
fun to do.
Yeah. Sorry, this is my, like,
generally.
playing emulator, not my, like, research transcribing thing.
But of course. Why are they separate though? Why can't we like redefine research as play?
I think I've come as close to that as anybody will ever do.
I think we're like, yeah, I know you've been cheating.
This theme,
System.
this
Oh,
theme
did
is
you
going
see
to
how
come back a
quickly I
lot.
got him? That's 3 strikes. Sword, magic, sword, all in a row.
Oh, I love that little.
You're going to find, though, you're going to want to keep your magic. Unless you're going to want to pay a heck of a lot of money to refill all the time. Like, for the little spiny guys, you're going to need to use it, but
I'm just gonna jump those guys to save time.
that's fine.
It looks like I have nothing to do until after the next town at this point.
I just really like, I like this theme, and I like I love everything about this score. I love everything in this soundtrack.
Hi, Hexachord.
Hi, Tom. Folks
This
at
is
home.
a cool sound piece right here.
There's a lot going on in this track. Oh my
I
god.
know.
Yeah, there is.
I wish I'd done some prep work instead of whatever it was I did today.
Alright, onward we go.
It's a very active little bass line there. Little octave displacement there.
And these new town themes, everyone's going to be a little different.
Yeah, we'll sit here for a minute. I don't have anything to do in this town, my guide says.
Your guide of it.
I love the color scheme of this town. That
They get a
blue-green
lot
floor.
out of a little in terms of color choices here, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah, I always thought this was such a visually interesting game.
it puts me strongly in mind of the original Castlevanias. Just, I guess that's all the castle textures.
Textures, yeah, color scheme, no.
Well, it's different color schemes, but like those games are the first two are surprisingly really the first one is surprisingly colorful.
This track feels all about that snare drum too, which is rare for
There's
an
a
NES
lot
game.
going
There's a
on,
lot
yes.
of percussion.
Yep.
I love it.
I really like now.
This reminds me of.
I like her use of the noise channel. I find that to be such. I think that was one of the things that drew me to this game without knowing it back in the day.
And it's not particularly crazy, it's just the actual rhythms and textures in the noise channel are interesting. It's not like, yeah. It's not the same pattern over and over. It changes a
No.
lot.
You have to
Wow,
go in
that
the
was
door.
like NES game stupid there for a minute. Okay. Need another one of the keys here. And now I'm in this tower. For my own sanity, we're gonna save a state so I don't die.
Yeah, and this little room track, I love this track. I'm gonna say that to every track though, so just be warned. I'm gonna say that.
I, again, love the percussion. That's really cool.
But it's also that like bass line, the arpeggio. Oh man, I just love it. They're awesome.
Oh, that sucked. Hold on. Made my quick kill motion there. Okay.
What is that?
It gives me health.
The loaf of bread.
Ham or something? Oh, bread.
I think it's a loaf of bread.
I mean, I'm in.
Movement speed is really wonky in this game. It's like slowly accelerating.
So don't tell Dana, but I'd love to hear like covers or orchestrated versions of this soundtrack if they exist.
Check Overclocked remix for it.
I was thinking I would do it for recorders,
Oh my gosh.
but it's hard to do. It's hard to replicate that without a really, really, really good recorder player that can basically like chip a lot and get the percussion sounds in there.
Recorders and like a snare player.
Or beatboxer, actually. I was thinking beatboxer.
That would be special. I would totally be into wind ensemble music. It just does sound kind of like wind ensemble music, not orchestra. There's no violins in there. That's what orchestra means, violins.
Yes.
Okay.
So I didn't really diss violins, but I sort of said, I'm wondering if Dana is secretly muted, that's why. I can't. Beatbox, oh, we're gonna need to see your beatbox, Grand Region. What am I doing? Oh, overclock reading.
Oh, Sierra has 8.
There you are.
Yeah, I thought this one was pretty well covered.
I'm muted for my my Dell Quiet Key keyboard.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Because there have been complaints about the Quiet Key being false advertising.
That's really funny.
I think you should sue.
Well, Joe says it is quiet relative to the other 80s keyboards that it was competing with.
Legit.
Okay,
Yeah, see, this is the problem where you don't have any magic.
Let's see.
Do you know what like where we are? Are we in the castle of Dartmoor? The fortress of Zenith?
Dartmoor?
Because this is clearly a dungeon, but like where are we?
I never learned the world lore, but we're climbing up to the Tree of Life. You're not gonna...
Oh, yeah.
It turns out it can't hit me here. The secret is just to stand here and not move.
Yeah, that's true.
Shit.
It'll take a while. I remember the first time ever... Is it a what now?
Ooh.
That crazy,
listen to that.
diminished stuff.
Yeah, this is really nasty stuff.
That.
Oops.
Listen to that bass line. That would be a bass line that would be very annoying to read because it seems like it's alternating, but it doesn't alternate perfectly. So da 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 da. You're like, ah. That's one of those, if I get something like that at a gig, I'm like really up in my sheet music. I'm like, what is that?
Alright, let's try this again.
Yeah. Doing research kinda is what all of us probably
For sure.
for our
That's
own
what this is, right now.
I'm sure we've all had that status.
Yeah. I have like an article on my other screen and I'm pretending, I'm just staring at it. Like there's
You're like,
there.
it's up, so I must
It's
be
up there, so I'm reading it.
I understand. Like, my whole entire tenure portfolio is open right now, but I am not looking at it at all because
But
I'm
it's
glued to this
open.
game.
So you're working on it. As long as it's open.
It's open. It's mostly done.
I still have a syllabus to get done. I don't want to.
Well, you know my last syllabus is the last thing I can do. Because I'm not going to do it unless the class is going to run.
Yeah, see, I've got 20 students I know waiting on me to show up and be magical and awesome.
Magical?
Magical and awesome.
Well,
Why did you set yourself up so poorly? You gotta lower expectations.
Ryan, just play on this track and have them analyze it. I don't care what your class is, that's all they need.
That class is actually going to open on day 1 after, like, half the class is syllabus coverage. Here's the class, here's the assignments, here's what we're doing. Who are you? Introduce yourselves, you know, that type of stuff.
yeah.
The one thing I'm doing on Thursday's class is they are going to listen to Jake Kaufman's Super Dracula X2 Alpha Turbo.
You have Mattock.
Yep.
Nice.
Enigmatic.
You can get one early if you manipulate an item drop 3 rooms back, I'm told. But I'm not doing that. None of that weird stuff today. Besides, then we wouldn't have gotten to hear the cool boss track.
I really want to do a full transcription of this game.
It is so good. Like, every track, y'all are going to be like, oh, this is such a cool track.
Maybe that's my birthday present to you next year, Karen. I'll give you a set of everything.
That'd be amazing.
I'm really having the chocolate craving today. And I haven't had a sweet tooth in many months, so it's kind of come out of nowhere. I'm like, why? I'm just really feeling chocolate today.
Huh.
Remember, you gotta do it. Get that cacao.
I'm actually gonna go get that health for security's sake.
Yeah, I do like how also prominent the bass is. Very distinct voice.
I find that to be something that kind of permeates this entire soundtrack and something that I really love in it. I don't know her other work to know if that's sort of one of her hallmarks, because she didn't do tons of game music.
So this is why we need the Mattock, by the way.
Time to research.
And now the annoying question, how do I get through here without dying?
Good luck!
Bomberman.
Good enough.
I don't know.
Damn it.
Apparently, my Skype just crashed.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
That is
doing
weird.
something on the app.
You're right. She is the one that did Bomberman.
Yeah,
Yes.
and Adventure Island, which I love.
Yeah. But after the late 80s or early 90s, I think she kind of drops off a little bit.
You know why? This is great.
Oh yeah, no, I know why. She works with Persian May players and does all this
Yeah.
global music.
Yeah. She curates ArabMusic.com.
Yeah.
What?
And she's done some composing, it looks like, for commercials and films and stuff. But that's such a cool person if you're gonna leave the field. Oh yeah, I do a ton of Arabic
Alright,
music now.
that glove doubles your damage for a short period of time. We're not getting it.
Ooh, those little deluge dudes. Little hoodie monk people.
I love how they pick their hands up.
I don't care for them.
Well, they
Hadouken.
do, yeah, they Hadouken at you. That's my favorite moment of the bad lip reading of Game of Thrones, where he's like, how do you feel about people who go Hadouken?
Yes. I remember that one.
We have to go shopping now.
Yeah, shopping.
Oh, this is food. We don't need food.
Yeah, the fish dude you don't need him.
The fishmonger.
Poor fishmonger.
I love how he's just like tapping to himself like, yeah.
Hello, I sell tools.
He looks very concerned.
We definitely need a longsword and wing boots.
Yeah, you need, but you don't have enough money for the wing boots.
I can sell the other weapon.
Eh?
Or I can go kill one thing. Yep, I can go kill one thing.
I love it so much when you finally get to the actually having a sword that has some reach on it, because that little tiny dagger. I do love the wing boots, by the way. I really love the wing boots.
Well, we will be sparing in how we use them. There's a glitch that lets you have them infinitely, but I'm not going to be good enough to do it.
Yeah, and I've never done that.
There's a regular Xanadu video game. Is that related?
Yeah.
This is the
I think so.
Famicom Xanadu, right? The
Yeah.
Xanadu?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is for the PC.
Oh, I don't know. It's an offshoot of some series, but I've never gotten into it. I think. If I remember correctly.
Right. Ooh, now my two guides differ here. This is a cool town theme, by the way. I'm gonna set a death warp
Anyway.
here by talking to this guy.
He looks very surprised. Like, oh, hello!
So, I have killed enough things to get a new title. The first 3
Yes.
new titles do not matter. After that, you start being actively worse every new title. Specifically, wing boots last less. And since that's like the only item we care about in this game, that is bad. Right. I already bought 3 J keys. I don't think I need anything else here.
I like how this one builds up the layers of the channels,
Yeah.
and we get the base.
It sounds very, it's almost game showy, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Now
It's repetitive enough to be
Sort of
game
like, choose the door kind of music. This is a little bit more grounded, because the bass is mostly doing,
doing that octave
octaves.
displacement.
Yeah, so that,
Yeah,
and then of course,
and then it's just rapid fire.
yeah.
I don't play a wind instrument. I can't double tongue.
How about triple tonguing? That's actually somewhat
I agree with
easier.
the polka comment.
Triple tonguing doesn't exist. It was just made up by Hallmark to sell cards.
Yeah, at the beginning of the loop, yeah, I could. Cause like by this time the polka is completely erased, but I have to get back to the beginning of the loop.
I don't know if I listen to a lot of polka. I have to wait
Too
for it
dramatic.
to come back here.
Alright, this tower map is, hold on, we're gonna pause.
Goddamn.
Although, to be
It's
fair,
huge.
I'm mostly in the Slovenian polka, like, Yankovic world. I don't listen to a lot of, like, German,
Huh.
which has kind of a different oompa feel to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it seems to me like the ideal...
Yeah, I do more like Eastern European than, like, Alpine.
The ideal thing right now...
Then like Polish.
how do
Yeah,
you use
Polish.
those?
Slovakian, Slovenian.
Karen, how do I use the wing boots?
And especially, like, the diaspora into Cleveland. Anyway,
I
go
don't
ahead.
remember. Are you using a Nintendo pad?
Yeah, talk to me as if I'm holding the Nintendo controller.
Crap, I don't remember. Up A? Up B?
This is what it looks like if you need a reference.
Thanks, Julian.
Touch.
Or is it down A?
shirt.
Down A? Down B? Down... Crap, I don't remember what the combo is.
You gotta like feel it. It's embodied memories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
many
like
things
up.
are like that. If you ask me outside of playing how to do a lot of things, I can't tell you.
I absolutely cannot. I have to like pretend I'm.
So I should be able to fly up to that potion, but I can't do it now.
Yeah, but we can. We just have to remember how to use the wing boots.
Even crap in like Stardew Valley, which I've played, you know, an obscene amount of. Although not as much as Karen, because she leaves it on.
You can look things up.
Hexachord says you just push up.
Yeah.
I did use it here, and now I can't
You can use
do
it.
anything with it.
No, you can use them. We just have to. Why can't I remember how you do them?
I'm looking it up.
Press all the buttons. Just do it. Yeah. Press all of them.
I mean, this game is not the most user-friendly. It's like.
Has it been 2 weeks since we've been on? Were we
Yeah.
on last week?
Yeah. Yeah, last week Ryan was on the road. And
That's right, last week I was visiting everybody.
Oh yeah, hold up
Up and
the
ate at the
book
same
we're all in.
time.
In the meantime, we've all received
Finally.
Soaking
Well.
Wet. Perhaps Karen, maybe.
Mine is waiting for me at home when I get back on
Well,
this coming week.
The near version of music in the RPG. What? Yeah,
I'm
music in the
holding-
role-playing game.
Are you sure holding up and pressing B doesn't do it?
yeah, I am, sadly.
Filled with love.
Yeah. So we're all in it, and
All in it.
I'm
Like, you can
darn proud of us. Like, I haven't even finished reading it. Like, I barely started reading it.
I haven't started at all. But I've been like on my desk and
I'm just, like, really proud of it.
I'm looking at all the pictures everyone put.
And I don't remember the coupon code, but I think we've all tweeted it, so if y'all check our Twitters.
It's the random.
Alright. Ryan, check.
Because there's a
a.
coupon code for 20% off if you order it. And I don't actually know what it runs, but I think because it's paperback, it's not too bad for an academic book.
Yeah. It's like
There you go. You've used wing boots. It's up A, right? There you go.
Yep,
There
hold
you
on.
go.
For some reason, it did not count as me using it right here.
Oh. Oh yeah, totally. Have your music libraries buy it. Usually if you say that you need it for research.
Down and
In
B
my
to
experience,
use
they
them,
just buy me
and then
anything.
up and A to fly around with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
you don't
no.
want that potion.
Poison there. Poison sucks. Forget that noise.
You should buy it so that we get our 0.00001%.
I don't think we get anything.
I know we don't. Just the editors are like we don't get anything. Just glory. So Karen wrote things that you mention in detail.
I can't hear you, Julianne, over the music. I can't hear you.
Oh my gosh, this is so.
This is important.
Gives a shit about the music. What is that? Ludomusicology?
Wait.
What do we do?
What?
Alright, I lowered the music.
I'm gonna type out chapters. I
There
have
you go.
a slightly quieter keyboard. I was just gonna say what each person did in this book.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought you said something like, I wrote something about what the hell.
No.
I don't even know what I thought you said.
I think she was trying to read your chapter title from the new volume here. Too.
Oh, that's legit. I love my chapter title, by the way.
If I think this is like okay.
Oh.
I was real proud of my chapter title. And like,
Very good.
I don't always hear from our illustrious editor Steve Reale, but he sent me a text like many months after it had gone to print, saying that he was sitting like thinking about my title and giggling to himself.
Oh, that's okay.
He thought it was very clever. Yeah. And most of us that have been regular NACFAGM attendees have seen this Bard's Tale as a paper, so
Yeah.
that's the other thing, is that most of this work I've at least seen a little bit of. So it's just really exciting to see it in print.
Yeah, I'm
wasted my
excited.
wing boots sitting there. Alright.
I'm excited to see the whole book. I'm really sad that it's sitting up there and I can't touch it yet. I want to touch it.
I know, it's like you could read the like proof thing they sent us, but like no.
You know, it's not the same. I didn't get all the way through the proofs.
Like one cold. Alright. I had to like read mine. What am I doing? I spelled it wrong. Here we go. What am I doing?
Oh.
Oh, where's my cursor? Hello.
Don't have negative thoughts. You know what that reminds me of? Have any of you played Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy?
No.
Cool. It's a game that is probably not that bad once you learn the mechanic, but it's very awkward to control, and you're a dude that is your legs are trapped in a cauldron, and you're using your body strength and like a stick to like lever yourself up over stuff. And most of the game ends up being like this director's cut commentary about like difficulties and trying to get over them. So it's like, haha, you're trying to really get over stuff in the game, but also he's like helping you get over your life problems. But because the game is so difficult, it comes across as kind of condescending at times because it's just like
it's super condescending. Holy crap!
I used to do. That's a tough moment.
I'm guessing no one wrote about Faxanadu.
Not yet.
Not yet.
That sounds like a forthcoming publication.
No, I mean, like I said, I mentioned the Guru's organ music in my upcoming book chapter or article, but it's not like it's a study of the actual.
Weirdly, I think talking to that guru there is all you have to do in that entire tower.
I mean, okay.
Around.
Hi, Aaron!
Sorry. I just love Teen Girl Squad.
This track. The opening of that reminds me of the troll cave in the original Harvest Moon. I will link it.
Yeah.
It's purely the bass line, the broken bass line.
Now, sadly, what I need to do is get another pair of wing boots.
Yeah, I wasn't sure why your guide was telling you to use them there. I know you're following a guide.
I'm supposed to extend them via the pause trick all the way down and across. That's why.
I don't use the pause trick, but I tend to use, I don't know.
Now I just have to get enough.
Ooh, I have so many things.
Yeah, you gotta get enough coin for some boots.
So much Twitter. I just haven't been on my social media as much, or my emails.
I'll do that a little better if I wouldn't die. So, we're gonna go talk to the guru, and then save a state, and then not die.
Okay. I'm glad I'm getting a couple.
Ooh. Music.
Ah, come on. When you want to save and you load. This will be the last time, I promise.
Well, I didn't know that you didn't tag me because I wasn't tagged, and now I know you didn't tag me, and now you're a jerk. That's true. But yeah, you got the book.
Yeah.
I'm like reading it now. I'm not paying attention.
You're like, what? Are we streaming? Are we live?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
I just saw pictures.
Yeah, I was actually just looking at Jarel's tweet. Because I saw that I had a lot of Twitter notifications.
Play it yourself. Sure. Alright, now I'm going to go on my Twitter and be mad. Here I go.
Oh, here you go. You're just going to write a scathing.
I've been really trying not to tweet. I did no tweet Wednesday, and then I did no tweet Thursday, but maybe this is when I break it. I've just been retweeting and liking, but no.
Do I just accept that I'm gonna die, do you think?
No, I think you can totally kill him.
Maybe I'll try. We'll see.
Wait, what other NES classics are we running tonight?
This was it,
Probably
right?
nothing tonight.
It's
I was
just
like,
banana
oh, we're
gaming.
gonna do Shadowgate, right? Finally? Whatever.
I thought this would only take me 90 minutes, but it's hard AF, so... This is it.
Oh, Jarel, that was so quick.
I managed to beat it. Ryan's way better than me.
That was so quick. I'm impressed.
Way to tweet that right now. Right.
As I was going through my notifications, it popped up.
Before I could even do anything.
All I have to do is get through that spot, and then I'll be okay. How do I?
Yeah, but if you just stand there. No, you gotta get some more bootses.
More bootses?
But kill those things, they'll give you bread, and...
Bread as in money, or bread?
No!
Bread, no, if I stab the first one, I'll live. Like that.
Yeah!
Bread, it's so good.
Bread.
It's so good.
Always kill the things that will feed you.
Let's get this bread is the subtitle of this game.
I don't know, when this dude asks me if I want a treatment, my answer is gonna be...
Don't try too hard, he says.
Yep. Good moral. Okay. Now we have to get 2,800 gold and we can continue with our game.
Yes.
That means killing whatever enemy is right here enough times. I think... Try something.
Yeah, I went with the stupider lyrics, because the only other things that came up to say involved yeast. And yeast is good. I figured that wasn't as good for lyricism.
Yeah, we're gonna go back and forth here until we hit our target.
Or come up with some new lyrics. Wait, the music. Oh yeah, it's like a new section here.
Sonic Bazooka. Wow.
All of the bread, the yeasty bread, I eat it and am restored.
Wow.
I never really thought about putting lyrics to this track, but if I had, I don't know that those would have been it.
I put dumb lyrics to everything I play.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not even gonna...
Most of my songs are about my cat, because she's generally around. So
I mean, that's totally...
That's a lot of the brunt of it, you know?
Alright, you just have to kill 9 more things.
But who's counting?
Right.
Nice. There's a lot of transcriptions.
Mine?
Yeah.
I had to get
I was
special
gonna say
permission from the publisher, because I
If
had
was
17.
smart, I would have put on like an infinite gold cheat code, but I didn't have time to get that prepared.
The most anybody else had was 6. So, Will actually at one point sent me a note. He's like, I like these, but I better ask Routledge if they're cool with it, because it's a lot of space.
That's interesting.
But my thought, and you know, yes, it's also navel gazing, because it's what I like to do, and I think I'm decently good at it, but my thought was that because the game, until press time, didn't have an English translation, even a fan version, that most of you wouldn't have encountered it. So even like in our community, folks wouldn't necessarily know the score. So my thought in including a lot of transcriptions,
it's a service,
was to help people kind of get a feel for the music in the game. But also it helped to prove my point. If I'm saying that the score is pervasively doing a thing, then I kind of need a lot of examples.
Right.
I would feel like, oh, if I'm only proving it with 1 or 2 things, you know,
Yeah,
it
that's
makes you
not
wonder what
pervasively, right?
Yeah, and this was me being like, here's pretty much every track in the game.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to read this book. Like, I want to be back up north. My package is waiting for me at school, and I just want to go and get it.
I'm gonna get enough extra to heal myself as well. That way we don't have to worry about bread.
I don't know, I always found it super easy to get enough life on bread, but at the same time, I wasn't trying to finish in a certain amount of time.
Yeah, this is, I mean, killing the 5 more here is faster than tracking down enough bread drops.
What's the
Bread to the darkness.
Yes.
I really shouldn't eat bread that people have dropped on the ground. But you know, you do you.
I think it's a 10-second rule.
Right, that's
Yeah, I guess you
actually
can pick it up quick. Putting stamps on my wedding invites. Just been very slow about everything. I thought I was gonna get these out weeks ago, and like, I don't know, stuff happened. And I just like didn't get around to going to the post office. But it's a good thing because the forever stamps right now are friggin' dragons.
That's pretty great. That is, dragons are forever.
They are forever. Because they do, like, I think because of wedding invites, they have the, like, forever stamps that are, like, the love ones, and the design rotates. But they were really ugly.
Agreed with Jarel.
NACFRGM 2020 is in... wait.
Ithaca.
Ithaca, yeah.
EMG. Host extraordinaire. Hostess extraordinaire.
Yeah, it's at Ithaca, with Elizabeth Medina Gray hosting, and we are all super pumped because there is, and you know, we can spread the word with some of the performers we know. Looks like there will be a concert.
Oh, yay!
There should be a concert, and I believe the dates are the first weekend of April.
Yes, I believe that is right.
So the first weekend of April, Ithaca, New York, which means their snow might have melted by then.
Anyway,
Just barely.
not, though. A lot of salt.
Probably not. But it does mean that it's drivable from me, which makes me very happy.
I have no idea if that's drivable from me, but I'm hoping that it is.
It's drivable for you.
Good.
It's like the Rochester area is sort of halfway in between you and me. It's like 5 hours from me, and I think maybe.
Yeah, because like we drove to Rochester, and I didn't know where it was in relation to other things in New York.
I mean, it's not like super close to Rochester, but it's not super far away either.
Okay.
So you can use that as a reasonable judgment, you know?
Yeah, that's pretty doable.
Down we go.
Yeah, not drivable from Florida, perhaps.
Nar. I mean, it is technically, but...
Technically, anything's drivable if you're willing to be on the road long enough.
I know, it was funny, I was...
legit. Holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking with an old friend from high school today, just now, and he was just like, how long does it take you to get back to Connecticut? And I said about like 6.5, 7 hours. And he's like, holy crap, I can't believe you can be in the car that long. And I was like, it's 6.5 hours.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best, but it's doable.
Yeah, I guess I do it so much that whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's yeah, when you know a drive too, it's a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you can go up. You have to go over one more screen. There we're cooking.
That's all the higher I need to get, I think.
I mean, you gotta keep going, but yeah.
No, but the wing boots can run out now, and I won't be...
Yeah. Ho, ho, ho.
I'll tell you about the water of the spring.
Please tell me about the water of the spring.
Oops, fallen asleep.
Tell me, Santa.
The water was poisoned. Poison is
The
almost gone.
Posian.
It's alright to wake him up.
Something is wrong. Dun, dun, dun.
Stupid.
You have to go, yeah.
That's definitely catchy.
We need to find another zone.
You gotta...
Like after talking about the octave movement and the bass line, I don't really
Oh,
know
you want
where
that
I have
potion.
on the plan.
Get that potion. It's
Alright.
gone. Now you have to go back down where we came from.
Yep. Where do I go next?
Keep going back to the left.
Tower of Fortress is here. Hey, let me see if it's worth a reload to...
You need a Joker key.
Oh, that's not it then.
No, that's the Jack key. You have to buy a new key.
You know, you can't buy the Joker key though. You have to... Let's see. Visit the Guru in the Tower of Fortress. Where I just was?
Yeah, you were just there.
Oh yeah, and I have to go back.
Yeah. That's when you have to talk to the Guru, but you need the wing boots. Well, you don't need them if you want to go through the whole...
Yeah, okay,
shebang.
here's what we're gonna do.
I needed way less stamps than I realized, because so many people are local. That's so great. I mean, it's not like I won't use stamps. They are forever stamps after all.
Right.
Could actually mail some of the ones to family members that I was like, I'll just hand it to them. Maybe. Yeah, we'll do that.
Here we go.
Look at my local list here. Awesome. There's a few folks that I'm like, will I see you?
Oh, I can't do it. I've already saved the state with them on. That's too bad. I was gonna farm up enough money for another pair, and then use this pair to go up and fly back to the town. But that's okay.
Okay, I swear I'm done reading this book. I'm not done reading it.
What chapter were you reading?
I was in the index.
Oh.
I love looking at indices. Because you get the picture, you know.
If you fly down to the right, you can get that red potion.
Oh, you mean up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm finally watching and not reading, and this is really funny.
Just flying around, just like chasing it. Yeah, I love that.
I'm a little late to the party, but yeah.
That's okay. Alright, now I just have to farm a bunch of money again.
Money bar.
What are we getting money for?
Same.
More wing boots in the tower.
Oh.
What else do you spend money on?
Ryan already has his invite, but Karen and Julianne, you'll have to pick your stamp. We have a black dragon that's tormenting a sea vessel. We have an orange dragon who is wrapped around what looks like a pagoda. We have a purple dragon terrorizing a castle. And then we have a green dragon breathing fire and terrorizing a black castle.
I'm gonna have to go with the purple.
Go with the terrorizing.
They're all terrorizing.
Either purple or green is fine.
I'll do orange. Bring me orange. No one.
These
no
are
one goes
such
to
customized invites.
My niece, she's 5 years old. Her least favorite color is orange. She thinks it's ugly. And so she's going to do school shopping because she's going into kindergarten. And I said, get a pretty orange dress for your Aunt Julianne. And she's like, that's not pretty. Orange is not pretty.
Wow. Karen,
Like, you're right, it's beautiful.
Man, strong opinions.
She's
not-
so anti-orange.
I agreed with her as a child. I was not a fan of orange. And
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
me
an orange
neither.
car and an orange bag and an orange everything.
You do
I'm like,
have orange things.
I don't even like orange that much. But
It's like you develop a mature tastes for
I really just avoided
exotic
pink as a
colors.
kid. I really hated.
Oh yeah, I did too.
I think I had like
the girls.
yeah, like kind of internalized misogyny a little bit. I I didn't like the Barbie Disneyfication of Pink. And it took me a really long time to actually like be comfortable with anything girly. Like it was maybe my late 20s.
Oh yeah, no, I would say the same thing here. I did not like dresses or skirts as a kid. I did not like pink. I still don't like pink. I'm not a fan of that.
Joe's the pink wearer in our household.
I'm fine with
He pulls it off beautifully. It looks so good on him.
I can't.
He has some like pink, but they're light pink. They're not like.
Oh, he pulls it off, doesn't he? Academic.
You're doing fine.
Yeah, he had like some lighter pink like button-up shirts, and they look really nice. Karen, did you say purple or green?
Ooh, I love
said, either way.
Okay, I'll surprise you. It'll be a surprise.
Surprise me, it's fine. It's all good.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Joe and I were like going through the guest list at one point, and he was like, "Oh, you invited all the streamers," and he's like, "Of course, of course, you invited the streamers."
Duh.
Like, duh, they should be at the wedding.
We'll stream there too. This channel.
Live stream my wedding.
Yes. The music, we'll do some music commentary. Absolutely.
You know,
Does the magic not hurt this dude?
No, you got it.
Never mind, there I am.
I was gonna do a playlist of all game music for Cocktail Hour, so.
That's...
So I'll put some of our favorite tracks. Maybe it'll just be a whole playlist of Gale from Chrono Cross.
Oh no.
That would be my
sucks.
I will say, I
to-
was at a wedding. I don't think any of you have met my friend Joe Beach, but the entire reception, he made his own album of video game music he had recorded on his acoustic guitar, and that was just the music for the reception. It was amazing.
Aw, that's sweet.
Okay, wing boots. More of them. We're all set.
That is pretty much how this goes.
I'll have to share photos, but we finished an exciting project. Or I should say, mostly Joe finished an exciting project. He built us a board game table.
Nice.
Oh, he finished it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't like you have to use a new key every time you go to a place.
Yeah. That's why I wasn't sure why the guy was telling you to go there first.
You have to talk to that guru to be told to go somewhere else, apparently.
Yeah, but I mean, we already knew how to do that.
No, I mean, I think it's an in-game trigger.
That I don't know.
Well, let me bring up my, We'll do it the normal way this time.
Come on. Come on, stamp. Come off the page. There you go. I definitely want to buy these again. They're really great. They also had Sesame Street ones at the post office in case you're not up on your philatalism.
I have to say, I was super sad to have missed the Mr. Rogers stamps.
There were Mr. Rogers. When was that?
Gosh, like, 2 years ago now, a year or two ago. He had the commemorative stamps.
Oh my god.
And I really wanted just one. I wanted to frame it and put it in my office. And by the time I got to the post office, like literally like the next week, he was like, "Yeah, they're sold out."
That movie comes out. The Tom Hanks movie comes out on Thanksgiving. I'm very excited.
I haven't even been able to watch the Mr. Rogers documentary yet because I'm just gonna.
Oh my god.
Hysterically.
Well, there was only one moment that got me right, like kind of toward the end. There was just a real one line of his that hit me. That was really beautiful. I took my mom to go see it, and like everybody in that theater was crying.
Yeah, I just haven't. I haven't yet. I should. I want to. And yet.
First time lurker. Hi, Sigma Beta. Yeah.
Shenanigator!
I definitely recommend the documentary, but I'm also very excited for the film.
Yeah. We're not very far into the game, to be honest. I think we have a little ways to go.
Yeah.
Do you know the exact route I need, Karen?
You gotta get through this dude first, but you can jump over him if he flies a little closer, maybe?
Oh my gosh, his like weird human legs are so creepy.
There you go.
Why are you killing the bees? We need them for honey.
It's not this guy I need,
No,
though,
don't
right?
remind me about the terrible...
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Earth is dying.
Yep. But don't worry, we're gonna buy Greenland, it'll be fine.
Alright, so I have
Oh
my
my
key. I
God.
can leave now, right?
Yeah. You can leave and just drop down to the left. Don't touch the poison.
Right.
I would send you chocolate through the screen, but I don't think it'll work. Dink, dink.
Oh, please to give us Willy Wonka
Get a
taster
chocolate
vision.
skid mark all over your camera.
That's attractive.
It's everyone's favorite.
Attractive, indeed. Oh my gosh.
Now we go and get Joker key. Door open.
Yes.
I feel like I'm gonna save the strawberry one. But I don't want to break into all of them on the same night.
And now I have to stop back to town to heal first. And to buy a queen key, I'm told.
That's awesome. 9 p.m. We're done. Done for the night. It's good.
When you've got a nice place to come home to, I don't know.
Yeah,
You don't want to go out as much. Like,
that is correct.
You want to just hang out at home with a glass of rosé and.
Absolutely. When you're with your favorite person, like,
Yeah,
you know,
it's true.
or your favorite couch.
Or my favorite
Your
Holly.
favorite couch.
Yeah, your favorite pet, or your favorite piano. Favorite pants, or lack thereof. unfortunately.
Yeah,
Aaron.
yeah. Lack of favorite Faxanadu pants.
So will they let you
I
I
sell
don't
the
even
Joker
have
key?
those right
Wow, Sigma Beta.
Man! Is she even here? That's so rude.
How rude. I don't do a good Michelle Tanner.
Drop
Especially not
down
baby
to
Michelle
the
Tanner.
door. Apparently,
Jarel just oof.
Yes.
Karen, where's
Like,
the ointment? Do you remember?
Say what now? Sorry, I missed you.
Where is the ointment? And do I need it right now?
I don't
There's the
remember.
ointment.
I don't know what it is. It's just so fussy. Ointment.
I love it. I love that word.
Ointment. It doesn't like it's not like how some people have issues with the word moist. It's not one of those things. I just don't like. I don't like the word. It doesn't skeeve me out.
This is Faxanadu.
Faxanadu, 1988.
Faxanadu.
Thank you kindly.
Say it right or pay the price.
This is Karen's favorite childhood game.
Yeah.
I am completely butchering it for her too.
Faxanadu.
Faxanadu.
Yep.
It is Faxanadu now and forevermore. I do not care what it is supposed to be.
Joker key.
Alright, so here's what I want to see on OC Remix. I want to see somebody mash this up with music from Xanadu with Olivia Newton-John.
Totally.
1,000,000,000%.
And if it's not up, who can we bribe to make that happen?
Call for arrangements or whatever. Call for remixes.
Oh, so what I'm supposed to have the ointment for is to get past that guy.
Oh, gotcha.
I'll pass that along to somebody. We'll take it under advisement.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally Famicom Xanadu, but I had no way of knowing that at 11 years old, so it was Faxanadu, and that is all I know, and that was enough for me, and it remains enough for me.
Look at that sprite's beard face. I love it. There's so many... What was the other game I was obsessed with the sprite work in?
You liked Legacy of the Wizard.
That's right. So it's all of Karen's choices. I really like the sprites. Karen's like, I win.
And now we die. But don't you have a red potion? Oh.
Yeah, now I just
Such heresy.
I do have a red potion. What does that do? Does it make me immune?
No, it gives you back your life.
No,
Fills up your life.
That's the elixir.
Oh, sorry, that's what. Never mind.
But it turns out it's fine. I'm pretty sure I'm all set. I still have a queen key and wing and boots, so I'm like a winner.
Where's the beard guy? I'm looking at Spriter's resource here for the game sprites for this.
Okay. I should be all done now.
I don't see beard face.
Brian, the red potion gives you back your life. The elixir gives you back
Oh, there he is.
the magic. And life.
On command, yeah.
Faxanadu. Thank you.
What do I do here?
Faxanadu.
Well,
You need the ring. Do you have the ring?
I thought I did, yeah.
Where's your check your inventory?
GMO RPG.
Try this here.
Oh, that's real good. We should pass that one on to
Where
Addie.
did the ring go?
I don't know, I'm gonna get it
Oh
again.
yeah,
Hold on.
Addie!
I have to get past this loser guy to get the ring again.
Make her make a strain of corn and call it Famicorn. Please make her do that.
Famicorn.
Please make her do that.
Oh my lord, yes, please.
You don't seem to understand how often I'm told to shut up about these types of things.
Yeah, but it's from Julianne. It's not from you.
Uh-huh.
So,
I don't know if I want to own it. Say it's Sigma Beta.
folks, if we ever...
I have now twice in print cited Julianne's transbiterating.
Yeah.
Yay!
It made it. I was like, I figured I'd put it in both my dissertation and my Bach article because I was like, there's a chance they'll tell me to cut it from the Bach article, but they didn't. So it's in the Bach article.
Yes, it is.
And now it's like on my Google
as
list for my
Julianne
name.
Grasso calls it. Transbiterating.
We need more of that kind of
These
citation.
bosses are dumb.
Yeah. I like to think of my
Use your magic.
footnotes. When I can get away with it, there's like Easter eggs.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Such an Easter.
As some of you will recall from my dissertation, I definitely have Easter egg footnotes.
Which I'm going through like now. Now that I know you have extra Easter egg footnotes, I am absolutely gonna read it a lot closer.
Yeah. Now I can't remember which ones in Legacy of the Wizard I was so obsessed with. Definitely the little dog thing.
Alright, now I have the ruby ring. Where does that show up? Karen?
Is it under item?
Player.
Yeah, it's under player.
2 rings. There you go. See?
Yeah.
Wizard.
It should be as simple as you go back over to that green thing, and the top part pushes to the side.
That's what I thought. I just have to get past this boss again.
Yep. Dana, and Julianne, what I was going to say is, if we ever manage to get back to Stardew Valley at some point,
Oh my god.
we could have a new farm called Famicorn.
Yay!
When we finally stream it, that'll be the farm.
It'll be definitely the farm. Oh yeah.
When does that new multiplayer update come out?
Ooh.
I didn't know there was one. Another one.
There's one that gives us independent money.
Oh, I think that already
I
happened.
missed that.
Oh, did that
I'm
happen
pretty sure
already?
that already happened.
Okay.
But I also haven't played, I've been playing it a lot, but I haven't been playing it with anybody lately.
I haven't played it in quite some time. I don't know when I'm going to get back to it.
I've played it recently. Very good way to avoid doing other things.
I needed a little Stardew Valley break.
Ha! A different kind of Famicorn.
Brian, where are you going?
I'm farming up to 3,300 money so I can buy more stuff just in case.
Gotcha.
Out of sheer habit, because I was really close.
That's fine. You'll get it on your way back up, to be sure.
Yep, that's the plan. Can I buy 2 wing boots at a time? I forget.
I'm not sure.
We're gonna check.
I don't remember when the next time you need him is.
Boom, boom, boom. I love that. Boom, boom, boom.
Did the same. Oh, good job, Dana. Oh my god.
Let's just move on without them for now, and assume we'll be okay.
You'll be able to buy them again later. I can't remember how much more they might be, but you'll have more money by that point.
Yeah.
Feel that.
Yeah, treatment dude is sexy.
Treatment.
Yeah. Yeah, is that, that's what does it
I
for
forget
you?
what you have to... Huh?
So my walkthrough
No.
says
You just gotta find you a
should
guy
just
that
push
looks at you
aside,
the way that treatment
It should.
looks at this guy.
because I have
There's
the ruby
nothing-
ring, right?
You do. And you've ignited both fountains. Ignited's the wrong word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I forget. I think you have to push something. It should just be fountaining.
Yeah. Yeah, everything tells me it should just magically fountain right now.
It should. I don't understand.
I'm like always cheering people on when they're like, oh, I'm like looking for a new therapist. I'm all like, yeah, do it.
Try it. I mean, try pushing it from both sides. I think you have, but
Yeah.
I was actually on the phone with my maid of honor today, and we were talking about like CBT and how great
Something
it is.
weird is up, Karen.
yeah, I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. You should just push that top thing and it should move. Because you have the ring, and you've got both fountains to start.
Pretty sure I have.
That's awesome to stick
So
for
there's
a
a
year.
sky fountain and there's the ruby ring fountain. That's it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that like is there such thing as like a therapy anniversary? Because like that's awesome. finding somebody you click with is not always the easiest thing. So it's like, if somebody's really into their therapist, I love hearing about that.
Oh, is there a fountain inside that tower that needs to be activated that I didn't do?
What tower?
The door up here.
Oh.
That's very possible.
Because I think that's what it is.
Okay.
And if that's the case, hold on. I am gonna do something quick.
3 fountains.
Karen.
Yep.
Poor Karen.
What?
There's a
Nothing.
someone up there that needs a.
What?
You, though.
I left my pants at home. It's true. I recognize that this is traumatic for all of us.
Traumatic for all of us. We finally played the damn game and you're not wearing the damn pants.
God
look.
damn it.
To be, like, you all know, literally, if I had thought I was still going to be in Maryland when we were doing this, I would have brought my pants.
I
I
know.
know.
Yeah. Oh, and worst, there is no elixir in that shop. I would have to go all the way back to the beginning of the game. Or find one in the tower, which I guess is what I have to do now.
I'm still not tired of this little ditty.
Yeah.
It doesn't really get old.
I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, this is
so good.
That track is
Even
really
as I
good.
have nothing intelligent to say about it, I'm just like, this works.
It's just really good. We will eventually and soon get to some new tracks, which will be great. I'm super pumped about
Let me
them.
figure it out on my toy piano.
It is a
Oh,
bop,
yeah.
in fact, as are my pants. My pants are also a bop, and I am sorry I'm not wearing them. I
Yeah.
am wearing pants.
Right.
Just not
Yeah, but nobody
Clear.
cares that you're wearing pants because you're not wearing the pants.
I know.
Is that your gavel on? What's going on back there?
Oh, of course I need a damn jack key. I hate this game. Okay.
Why do you keep
Oh,
having
Ryan.
fun with Gail from Chrono Cross? It's like a tank.
Alright.
Jarel, I don't think you were here yet when I told them that I had planned to do like an all video game music cocktail hour, but then I said, what if it was just Gale for the whole hour?
Ah!
Just on loop.
Dana, you can now do this entire soundtrack for your stuff.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of earlier music because that's stuff we're both into.
I love that you are interested in early music, Dana.
Yes.
I love early music.
As am I, strangely enough. Funny.
Yeah,
Funny how that works.
Yeah.
I'm like a fangirl for actual early music people, but you know, I've been called like a video game medievalist by more than one person because of my interest in the earlier consoles.
I think there's a small part of me that twitches.
Ha! There's a large part of me that's twitching right now.
Oh snap!
Very nice.
Ew, that was gross though. Like disgusting sounding. Anyway.
What, the
I'm gonna
twitching?
shut- Oh yeah, I took my hair down.
Alright, yes.
I love when you
Here's
do
what
that.
we
You
do.
have
I
like,
see it.
you have just such awesome hair.
Julianne, you have to whip your hair back and
I'm
forth.
really working it.
Yeah.
It kind of smells because I went for a run and then didn't wash my hair, so it's a little sweaty.
Awesome.
So just for that
You
smell
could have left that detail out and I wouldn't have even known.
Yeah.
I went for a run
that's
this morning, and then I cleansed myself because it was hot down here. It was nasty.
Yeah.
Today was only like 70. It was beautiful.
Yeah, we had beautiful weather, but in the sun it was a little warm.
We're still having 100+ degrees every
Alright, I'm
day.
using the extra money I
Oh, that
used.
sucks.
It
It feels like
this way.
Use them boots.
No, I will keep it down because my head hurts. And when I put it up, it hurts. 95 in Boston.
Like the ponytail ache. Is
Yes.
that? Yeah, that's very real. For
That's why I usually
that's
use
never had their hair
clips.
long.
Because it's less bad with the bun, but it's still like it
I think
wears on your scalp.
Yeah. I know, it's like weird to be like, my hair hurts. Or
Yeah,
like,
go
what?
up to the right here.
People are like, what are you talking about?
No, it's legit. Your hair can hurt.
Emma?
Like, ask anybody
Yeah, this
with like,
loser, I need to-
like an autoimmune issue, and they'll tell you hair can hurt.
Oh, for sure.
There's your dude. That's the one.
Yeah, but
I
he
don't know
needs
why I
an
didn't
elixir.
remember that.
And I need to figure out where the elixir is. Oh,
Have you all seen
It's
the,
over to the left.
it
the
is.
HP Love Shack McSweeney's?
It is over to the left, so I'm not going to use the wing boots yet.
It's the lyrics to Love Shack, but written in the style of HP Lovecraft. I just sent them to a friend of mine. Because I was somebody that's like really into Lovecraft. I was like, "You'd like this," and the response was just, "That was wonderful. Thank you."
I've been amused by all of the like changing around All-Star into Aramaic and translating it back to English.
Yeah.
Yes, that was so good. I want
Yeah,
that
that
on
was
my
excellent.
tombstone. Like, wow.
I told Michael
Okay,
Austin,
know
I
if
was
it
just like,
that good.
I feel a cross stitch in my future.
Oh my god. Yeah. That's something I'd love to get back into for the wedding. I love cross stitching.
I'm making one for my mom right now since she's moving into assisted living. I'm making her one that says Shady Pines Ma.
Aww.
It's fun.
Is it called Shady Pines?
No,
Like, isn't that from the Game of Life?
it's
The
from
retire-
Golden Girls. That's where
Oh.
Sophia lived in the Golden Girls. That was her home. And anytime she was like, acting up or whatever, everybody would be like, Shady Pines, Ma. And it would be
Okay.
her threat, like, we're gonna put you back in the home. So I'm putting Mom in a home, so I'm letting her know.
I'm just seeing this for the first time, and it's really good. In the frame of a Greek gamma upon her forehead.
Yes.
Fed unto the axioms, and I fell upon the earth and ran.
I think it's the end that's the best. It's just like,
Oh,
go,
yeah.
laugh, live, laugh, love. Can you get up there?
If I wing boot up there, I can. So I guess I can.
Really funny.
Yeah, I forget. Is the elixir like? I think it might be up that level.
It is eventually up that way. It would seem.
Well,
Yeah, this'll work.
So funny. Your brain increases its wisdom, but your heart increases its stupidity. That's a cross stitch right there. Put that in your office.
right. Ah.
Idea.
Yeah, one of my favorite lines in the HP Love Shack is, we had set off in a massive horse carriage, a true Leviathan capable of holding 20 souls, which bore the chrome mark of its maker, Chrysler Manufactory, Detroit.
Can you not go this way? Oh, yep, you can. You just have to...
I feel like your favorite McSweeney's article says interesting things about you. Like, you know, if you're the
Yeah, these dudes. I remember them now.
if you're like it's the gourd season, the classic gourd season.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to kill this dude, Ryan. You have to kill him.
Yeah, I see that.
He is
It's that
very
thing.
very phallic.
Yeah, I was like, wait. But
It's like every creature in Persona.
Yeah, I do have to kill him, and this is the route I have to.
I watched them more as Joe went. Joe played 3, 4, and 5. He started with 5 and then went back into 3 and 4. And I wasn't paying enough attention when he first started doing 5. I would just look up and be like, "What is that green penis monster?" It would be like a weird dragon, but it would be like really, really suggestive.
I
borrowed Persona 5, so I want to play it. So now I really want to play it.
Because it's a lot of, like, the monsters are, like, subconscious, so there's,
yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
it's definitely intentional.
Hmm.
Yeah.
If I go this way, I can get to that guy and still have wing boots left over, which is useful.
I mean, it's not subtle at all.
No. I've missed most of the Persona games. I've caught some from watching some streams, that is it. Is that poison, Karen, down there?
Where?
I wonder if I just link a big search.
Lower left.
If that'll work.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yep.
good.
Do not want.
It's already, like, not safe for work things popping up. I mean, other than the monster. Like,
Yeah.
the fan art
This is a
gets
giant penis monster, let's be
pretty
very
scary
clear.
pretty fast.
But you got in. He's not a very hard boss. I know. I see what I did there.
Good job.
I mean, to be fair...
Get on
Can I hear
through.
this? To be fair, I think the Persona monster is basically this. Medieval.
This is the boss, by
Monstrosity.
the way.
Yeah. Yay, elixir! Now if you go through on the top, you can just kind of kill him. And get a chunk of change.
I'm holding wing boots.
That's
I
really
lost a lot of
interesting that
money
it's
doing
in
that,
first
though.
person.
Or, sorry,
Yeah.
lost health.
Instead of like you got
Wait, what?
boots.
Or like,
I lost almost all of my
faux
health.
medieval,
killing
like
him.
thou shalt.
Oh, health. I thought you said money. Sorry.
So I'm gonna try that again. Yeah, see if I can get him like without that nastiness.
On the piano as a foot
Check
rest.
that out, I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And now you have 2 sets of wing boots, right?
Yes, I do. One of which I'm gonna use right now. To fly over this.
This game is unforgiving in the way that many of them are. In this
Alien.
I
era.
love this game.
Yeah.
Because now I should be able to use my wing boots with 20 seconds to get up
Yep,
here.
totally. But you have to drop down and do it. Yeah.
Yep.
The wing boots are so great.
Yeah, they are.
I love that little bit there. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
You've done well to get here.
Alright.
The
Spring of
trunk. You need elixir to revive the spring. Will you give me your medicine? Ooh. The spring again. There are 2 more. You better go find them. I'm sorry. Homeless.
Alright, now we're done.
You know what that wizard looks like a little bit? Fry from Futurama, but with a beard.
I see
It's
it.
in the eyes.
And Ryan, if you really, really wanted to, you could go back up, get that ointment. There's your ointment.
Ointment!
Oh,
Wait.
No.
I mean,
You could also go
ointment
back
probably
and get yourself an elixir, but, you know.
Is it in a clock?
Yes.
There was-
A
What I think
tincture.
I'm gonna do is just keep extra money on hand and go back to town once.
Speaking of tinctures, I'll be right back.
Actually, no, not. I'm not gonna get another drink.
Yeah,
Here.
see? There you go.
And now I have wing boots, I have the Q key. All I don't have is health. I think I'll save.
There goes your ladder. Yay! We're gonna get a new theme! Shortly.
Yep. come prepared, I think. Okay, it says, my walkthrough says farm a ton of money now. Maybe I've already done that.
It depends on what they want you to buy, yeah. But I really like this this foggy area. I gotta say, this is it can be a little tough.
Move on to it.
I like the theme in this area.
There's an
Goodbye,
optional
bread
area
theme.
here.
I like that. It's the bread theme. Or there's a goodbye bread theme.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
We're like in a mist.
Yep, and I have to not die here. Is really
I was
bad.
only out of the room for a second.
Oh my god.
But check out this theme though. Like, listen to this.
Ooh.
It's creepy.
It's like that innocent flute that you're like, no, something's not okay.
Yeah, but it's just like it's so weirdly modal, not tonal, not it's
Yeah,
so
there's no-
poly, everything creepy. I love it. You can tell I don't have words anymore.
Creepy!
Oh, there comes the cat. Molly, do you think it's creepy? Come on. Don't just meow at me. Come up if you're gonna come up.
This
You can't have
theme.
it.
There was something about
Very
this theme
creepy.
that, yeah, it always reminded me of bits of Zelda.
Welcome, Dr. Olson. We're here most every week. Next week's actually going to be really exciting. Not that
Yeah.
this week isn't a barrel of laughs.
This week
But-
is a barrel of laughs. Next
It
week
is
it's going to
actually.
be
Next
Even
week's
more
gonna be
so.
really great because we're having
This week
It's
It's
me.
tough.
I'm the one who's playing.
we're
I'm
having
doing all this.
What?
What?
Give me some amount of credit for putting up with this.
yeah.
This is like
Hey, we
I
did
really
it.
wish.
People.
We did it. Okay.
Supposedly
We sometimes talk about
that.
video game music.
We've mostly
We're
been
like,
letting Karen
"Ooh."
talk about it today.
Yeah, Karen knows
Yeah.
this better. We're also at that. Sometimes with these games, we hit a point where we've like the same themes come up again, and you're like, okay, cool, we said the thing, and then
but
we
this-
start like figuring it out on our various instruments, and that's never good. That's never a good sign.
Oh no, that's a fine sign. But this theme is really, really cool, and we're not really listening to it super well because we're all talking over it, which is fine. But it's really worth listening
Stop
to
and listen.
Oh, the
once
town
we get out of
theme?
the town.
This
Oh,
is
you
a
mean the
repeat
creepy
town
one.
theme, right?
Say what now?
This
you mean
town
the creepy-
theme repeats,
The creepy Misty theme.
Yeah,
Misty, yeah. We'll hear it again when you go back out.
Misty from Pokemon.
Oh.
Oh, send all the questions. That's
Oh.
what the chat's for.
Oh, I love questions.
And I'd love to hear more about the project on NES.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
NES is my jam.
Yes.
Yeah. We're
Me.
the early
Yeah,
music people.
yes, I'm the early music. Yeah, whatever. Karen's the actual medievalist.
No, I mean we all work on Nintendo music, NES music, so
That's true. We all have.
Alright.
yeah.
I need 2 queen keys.
Molly can answer questions. She's my research assistant.
Yeah.
Oh, where are you at?
She works really hard. She has to sit in the same room where I'm doing research and sleep.
Oh, it's very traumatizing, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
I'm only making fun of you a little bit.
Yes. And several of us are university professors and aspiring university professors and doing other awesome, amazing things as well. So, yeah.
And Altax.
Alt-Ax.
Exactly.
Well,
right.
you know,
Alt-Faxanadu.
Faxanadu. I did get a teaching contract for spring, so I'm not out of the game yet.
Good job.
I just don't have anything for fall, which is kind of nice because I'm getting married, so I can like wedding.
Yeah, that's nice.
You have enough on your plate for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be Chipotle at the wedding, so Chipotle will be on the plate.
Nice.
Ooh, a book about NES music. Do tell.
Yeah, we really want to hear more about this.
Everyone in this room is all about that.
Just mildly salivating. And then drooling, I guess.
Yeah, they tend to go together. Not always, but they can.
Right.
Ryan, are you clear on where you're going?
I'm looking at that now. I need to talk to the guru in this town so I can die and warp back here.
I love game logic, you know.
Once we get to the creepy area, I want to pluck it, so I'm gonna grab my violin.
There it is. Up
There's a
by.
hospital.
Contract, that's
there
very exciting.
is- Oh, there isn't a guru here. There's a guru
Yeah,
in
there's
the
not.
next town.
Yeah.
So now I have to go to what I think is the Tower of Suffer. That sounds really fun.
What university are you
This game hates me. Okay.
at? Or universities, perhaps, Dr. Olson?
Don't fall down through the thingies.
Yeah. By the way, this is the first time we've had these where we haven't had enemies, so I want to sit and talk about this for just a minute. This is a cool theme.
This is a really neat theme. One of the things that I think makes this theme so creepy in comparison to the rest of the soundtrack thus far is the fact that she's not using that noise channel the way she's been. Like, the percussion aspect isn't there as much, and it's
That's
very, very
creepy.
top-heavy.
You're like, where the hell is that snare? My best friend in this game is that snare. Where the hell did it go?
This is the part that reminds me of the Zelda dungeon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Right, so actually I don't have to go to that tower.
I can't hear enough of it over the other things,
Okay.
You'll be hearing it for a little while. This level can take or this stage can take a while to get through.
but little A minor action up in here. As much as it's in any key, which it's doing some weird stuff.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not.
Seventh outline.
Yeah, it's not tonal. I mean, it's tonal, but it's not. It's modal. It's all over the place. It's chromatic. It's not settled.
Which I guess makes sense because we're in the mist.
Right.
But there's half
Very-
Bach prelude and half Zelda.
I like
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Yeah, that's fun. That's really fun. That little chromatic D sharp thing. So
I
fun.
can look at my...
This is the part where it's all like Bach prelude.
Yeah, totally.
Chromatic.
Yeah.
AF.
Chromatic AF. But not the notes AF.
No. That
A
would
bunch
be
of us are going to Columbus, Ohio for the Society for Music Theory conference in November.
It's true, and most, if not all of us, will be there. That's for sure.
I am
Trying to get there.
If I end up skipping AMS, I will probably drive down at least for the Sega session at SMT.
Yeah,
Can't afford
that's
to
one of
get
the
a
good
hit.
things that I have.
Like, I would come down just for that, because it's like Kevin and everybody.
Yeah.
Kevin, who will be on the stream next week talking about Castlevania.
Yeah, you can't go that way, Ryan. You have to go the other way.
See it, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Dr. Olson, as we put you on the spot, we always do this in chat.
Yeah.
We're like, the new person. How much Ludomusicology have you read thus far? Like, do you have any favorites? If not, we can throw sources at.
Might recommend the green book.
The Green Book, as it's now called, lovingly.
Smells good. It's fresh. Hot off the presses.
Did I tell you what the name of the nickname of my edited collection is going to be?
What?
Like, given that we have the pink book and the green book.
Oh, yeah.
So, I was telling Will Gibbons that I was hoping that maybe I could get James Cook to co-edit it with me, and he was just like, please do that, because that way you could be the cookbook.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Very nice.
And I was like, I really want that to happen.
Okay, so weirdly, we skipped 2 dungeons, but the catch is you don't need anything in those dungeons. One of them permanently weakens you forever. And the other is a bunch of red potions, and I have a bunch of money, so we're just gonna do money. Alright, the hospital's really expensive.
Sorry about the loud typing.
NES database. I'll have to write that down.
Yeah, bookmarking.
Oh, yeah, it's good stuff. I recommend it as well.
So you just sort of, what do? Do you just input, like, I want you to make music based on this track and that track and this track, and it makes, like, some sort of new combo or something? Or what is the deal? NES.
Ooh, vocal performance.
How did you end up being contracted to write a book on Nintendo music as an English professor? I'm really curious about that. I still love the Guru's theme. I'm sorry. I love that. It's my good organ. Capital G, capital O. Good organ.
Yes. It's
Julianne, to answer your question, it's kind of like a render tool. It's really fun to play.
I'm looking at it now, if it'll ever load. If I'm running Skype and Twitch, it's just dead. The rest of my computer is like, yeah, no thank you.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Mine's crashing a lot lately. Tenure dossier is crashing my computer.
Expressive performance oh, I gotta put this in my dissertation or something. Whoa. Of course UCSD. I want to go to UCSD. Anybody got jobs there?
At UCSD?
Yeah, I know you can't live there because it's so expensive, but I will live in the faculty prison housing. I will do it to go to UCSD.
Nice.
I mean, I knew you were going to go there.
I'm automating music composition.
That guy that sells the keys has some nice cheekbones. Like, look how cut his cheek is.
But it's also, he has the little tiny, not quite Hitler mustache, but I think it's...
Yeah, it's sort of like the dirt under your chin mustache, nose mustache. It's not good. What happened to my...
He also might have eyeliner on. Just the top.
To say.
He's got a nice wing, kind of like I do.
Alright, twitch.tv/.
First time you ever learned to play pianos from Final Fantasy VI. Which one? We streamed it. We all know this game and love it. Which one? FF6. Faux Evs. Oh, yeah, beautiful. I actually got to do that theme at a wedding with a string trio, and it was beautiful. It was hard to cut stuff, though, because I had the transcription of the original channels. So I had to cut it down by quite a bit, but it was really cool. I love when folks ask for the video game stuff.
Okay, so before I leave town to go to the next area, this is hilarious to me. There is even my walkthrough calls this one place Useless Tower. We're not gonna go there, it turns out. One either, so you just probably need to go to 3, right?
Oh my gosh, I'm so gonna show this to my students if I get to teach my class again.
Nice.
I really want to teach my class again.
I'm excited that I think I am teaching my class again.
Yes.
In the spring. That's right now, it's on my roster. It was definitely some of the best course evals I ever got. I'm excited about that.
Nice.
Same with my video game class.
That's great.
They're like, wow, this exists. That's all. It was like, the bare minimum of happiness.
That was like a lot of my student evaluations were honestly just like, I'm just so happy that somebody's teaching a class on something like
I know, I could
this.
have been half dead, and I think I would have probably gotten good evaluations just for offering it. I was connected with a game/film composer, and he's like, "Why don't we connect on LinkedIn?" And I'm like, "What about Twitter, though?"
Yeah. What about anything but LinkedIn? Because I like never
Like,
use it.
You know what's funny is
a
I have no
profile
LinkedIn
there.
account. I've never been on LinkedIn ever. I know
I
a
had
ton
one
of
for, like, a
academics
hot
who don't do
second.
with LinkedIn. Like our world just doesn't do it.
doesn't.
Music. I would say
There.
music
don't
more
use it.
generally doesn't.
Yeah, we don't use it, and I need to cancel mine again because I'm getting all these weird requests from people that I know, but it's like, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna use this. I only
Like
joined
with
again
the
so I could do
Facebook.
some research.
Facebook told them to. Yeah, LinkedIn was actually how I found Paul Webb, if you recall, for my Robin Hood
Yeah.
paper at Aquagum.
That's when I was doing my
and I
Donny
wasn't
Osmond
even sure
research.
it's the right person, you know?
Yeah. I
like-
was using it only to do my Donny Osmond research, but then when that paper didn't get picked up for AMS, I don't need that right now. Which I'm really glad that paper didn't get picked up because I wouldn't have had time to do the research this summer, but I really want to write that paper at some point.
Yeah.
But Dr.
Did
Olson,
you propose that to media?
no, pop music.
Oh, pop music.
Oh, no,
okay.
wait, no, it was music media. Sorry, it was. I
I'm
couldn't
They're all
really excited about y'all should go to the music media session at AMS because it looks really, I mean, it's shaping up to be wonderful.
It'll
So
be fine.
It's
Yeah, I'm
really
looking. I've got it
I'll
You
booked.
be
are
there.
you going to AMS or just SMT?
both. I'm delivering the same paper at both conferences.
oh wow.
Okay.
Wait, you got into AMS?
Yes,
Girl.
somehow.
Yeah.
What?
It's because I'm doing a hot new topic. It's not video games. It's public music theory,
Oh,
Stuff.
Nice.
which So I'm really lucky because since I'm on the job market this year, it's good to go to both and like be present.
Totally.
But it'll be right after I defend, and I'll be like, "What am I doing with this paper?" So that'll kind of stink, but whatever.
You'll be great. You'll be so great. You'll be so great.
You're so nice.
You present really well. Like no matter what, it's gonna be something to see.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it's going to be brilliant. You're going to be brilliant.
Thanks very much.
Dr. Olson, you
I
should
totally
try
dream of getting
to.
into AMS. Like that's incredible.
You should just always go for it. I think. I
have.
Again, my
Every
track record for
single time.
NACFA is worse. I mean, I only tried for AMS once, so I'm like, whatever. But my track record for
Try.
NACFA is worse. I've gotten rejected twice out of like 4 times from NACFA. NACFA, by the way, is the North American Conference on Video Game Music. Everyone should go all the time, even though it's
please do.
once a year. Still go all the time.
Still
Yeah,
go
it's
every year, all the time.
fantastic.
Just go every
Every year,
year.
all the time. It's at Ithaca this year. It's going to be first weekend of April.
Nice.
Mark your calendars.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Going to be wonderful. We have a game music concert planned, and we're going to accept proposals to perform at said concert.
That's awesome.
If that wets anyone's whistles.
It wets all of my whistle. I need to talk about because I'm really tempted to be like, could we please put on a little
I'll link
tiny
it.
choral something? I want to put on a little choral something.
I was going to say, does it render your recorder?
I don't know that I would have enough recorder players there to do a thing with.
It annoys me that there was a hole there. That didn't seem very.
So
familiar.
everything that's up right now is still from this past year, but you can look at old programs and kind of get a sense of who we are and what we've talked about, and then
Yeah, I was the host this past
details
year,
will be
so
kind of
I can
coming
tell you all about it.
Hartford.
It was a good time. Real good conference, great papers. Julianne gave a great paper on Journey that I really
And you-
enjoyed. Via
Viewed from Skype. It was a weird time, but no, it was fun. It was like a really good conference. We like to bring in not just scholars of video game music, but composers and other, industry professionals.
Oh yeah, anybody.
Students, any level. Like, we're just really trying to be inclusive of as many voices as possible. And also, I know that the committee tries to pick papers that represent different kinds of games that we don't talk about as much.
Oh yeah, we always make a big thing for that.
Paper on Faxanadu or whatever, so that might work. Versus Zelda.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's not necessarily, like that Breath of the Wild talk, the lightning talk, the video was
Caitlin
incredible.
Sari's video. That was by far the best video of the conference.
It showed my
It
students.
was so good.
Well, and keep in mind that a lot of these videos, like the pre-recorded stuff, they're available online, and a lot of stuff.
Ithaca, New York next year.
Yeah.
Ithaca, and it's going to be first weekend of April. Ithaca, yeah, exactly. But you can look if you're interested. You can find a lot of the other older conference
programs are all on the website.
They're on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of talks are on YouTube as well. Yeah.
I'd like mine, but like
that's
BS.
I was trying to tell you it was poison.
Sorry.
That's all right. I know it's hard to hear.
This sucks. Okay.
Yeah, Naxigum is like the place to go if you're interested in game music, because it's a whole weekend of the greatest people only talking about game music and hanging out and playing games ourselves.
And we play a lot of games. And
sometimes it's not even video games. Sometimes
true.
It's games.
Board games. And
it's a little bit of everything. We have
game
the best
of life.
time.
And
it's honestly just, it's some of the greatest, kindest, nicest, most supportive people.
Who started NAC? I think it was just such an unwieldy. To say NACVGM is a lot.
It was only ever a placeholder from Will and Steve, and they thought they would come up with something with a better acronym, and then we just started making fun of the acronym, and it stuck.
It's stuck.
Because it trips so lightly off the tongue.
But the clunkiness is part of what I love about it.
Well, that was the thing. It was like they came up with this terrible acronym, and they're like, "Oh, we're totally going to change that later," and everyone was just like, "Nakvagum." It's great. We love it.
Full bard D&D campaign where people play instruments instead of rolling dice.
Yes.
Yes.
And you're judged on like the accuracy of the pitch and stuff. That's how you know if you've like rolled well.
I will play this. I will mark it. I will love it. I will love it and hug it.
Somebody invent that whole system. Because that's easy. Write a whole rule set for D&D, and we'll play.
1000%.
So, folks, you just know that it's almost 11, and we're really not close to being done with this game in any way, right?
Yeah, we are not close to being done with it.
This cat is just like living her best life.
We may have to actually like do Kevin's stuff next week and then come back to this.
Ha!
Yeah, we will.
And if that's the case, I will wear my pants. I will wear my pants.
That's fine, actually, because
why.
you will all recall we need a filler week. Because Julianne said she cannot do FF8 in 2 weeks from now. She needs to, like, dissertate.
Yeah.
We could finish this, and then we could do some Shadowgate if Julianne's in, but if she's not in, then...
Oh, you sat up right to that.
No. I didn't... Well, I mean, like, I was like... I don't know if you meant she was out, or, like...
No, like... Julianne has said that she needs to be working, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I cannot commit to Final Fantasy VIII, my favorite.
But you could finish this and do some stuff with us.
I will see how my Thursday.
I have already done a little bit of prep work for FF8. Let me tell you.
I want to be 8. It comes out on the 3rd, and I'm gonna start getting an awesome file ready.
All I know is that there are some really great themes in this game coming up, and it would be a shame to miss them. But we really should, when we get further into the game, as we move forward, these other themes are going to be really worth a careful listen to, because I really like the fact that this creepy theme doesn't use that percussion stuff.
Yeah.
The noise
channel.
channel.
I'd like to actually transcribe some of this if we do another week.
Really cool.
And then I could do my overachiever thing that I haven't done in a while, where I link to my transcriptions and then we talk through them.
Yeah.
Why don't I well, here's the thing. I need to farm up food on this guy or I won't make it.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we pause right here, be done for the week.
And then come back.
We have approximately, let's see. We're a little over halfway through the game.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah, which is
Right now.
insane, but yeah.
Wouldn't have guessed this was a 2-week game, but I guess a lot of these we do save state cheating when we've done shenanigaming. So we've jumped around a
Normally
little
when
more.
we do NES games, what I do, and I admit because the school year was starting and I went on vacation to see you all last week, I did not have the time, is I have save states of every major location of every game we do. And then I load 7 save states.
Right.
And then I get through every game in half an hour. I've done it with like one of the early Final Fantasy titles we've done, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like half an hour.
Yeah.
So we'll put this on hold. Next week we have to do Castlevania Bloodlines for Kevin
You say
Burke.
that like it's a bad thing. I even have a Redbubble shirt for it. I have a Castlevania one.
We are
I'm
also
very
doing
excited.
Castlevania Portrait of Ruin next week.
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
Bloodlines, it turns out Castlevania games is like the thing I am good at on this earth, so I will tear through that.
Bloodline. So I won't be able to talk through. I shouldn't prepare the music for that too hard. Then is what you're saying. I don't want another Link to the Past on our hands.
Right.
So burned.
Right.
Jarel has it correct. Funnily enough.
Charlotte.
What's really interesting, though, is the way I have to emulate this. Look, because it's a DS screen, right?
Huh.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Right.
So let's load the game here.
Little preview.
You can see both.
Interesting.
You can see both screens on the right, but only a good size of one at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can. How do you switch between them? Is that like through your Steam Deck?
So I'm
Controller
using
thing?
a fancy 8-bit do SNES Pro controller,
Right.
which
These
gives
are
me a
the
bunch of extra
These are
buttons.
the best.
So I've got fast forward on, left trigger. We'll put the console to sleep, like I've shut the DS now.
Wow.
Oh,
And then
nice.
the right trigger will swap screens in the emulator.
That's awesome.
So that's going to be next week after the Sega Genesis game.
Oh man. And wait, just y'all are in for a treat because Kevin Burke is just. He knows so much about the hardware.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
the,
gosh, yeah.
Yes. And
And
I
I
will
can send him
actually
the-
have save
a
states
sample
ready
of
for every
anything.
major point in this game and Bloodlines if we need it. But
yeah, he's amazing. I mean, he's taught me so much about how to isolate channels, how to work with the hardware, you know, how to know what effects are being applied to any given sound on an early sound chip. He knows a lot about electronic music and MIDI and synth technology and
really quickly, something
it's gonna be
I will
amazing.
not
and
be
he
showing.
sent us prep work. He like
Look at
Oh,
my
yeah.
character right now. Do you
so
see
we
how
can-
I'm
we can study
traversing
up and maybe not sound
the
so
map?
stupid.
In-
You're a bubble.
I've been preparing for Kevin Burke's visit to our stream for a couple weeks now because I wanted this to be really good for his sake. Castlevania Portrait of Ruin is like the worst coded AAA game I've ever seen. So I'm shooting through like every room in the castle at light speed vertically right now, over and over.
Why? Why?
Why am I doing that?
That's very cool.
What's really interesting is if I then suspend my game in the middle of one of those rooms and then
Yeah.
load that suspend point.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't have the timing right. In theory, I can warp to any room that's vertically aligned with
Oh my
that, with any
gosh.
save space at any time.
Nice.
Excellent.
So we can
Good.
really, that's like the
Lord.
make Dana mad level of warping around.
Yeah. So I'm
We
glad
will not
that
be
you
doing
told-
that.
If you tell me in advance, then I don't prepare a whole thing and then have you not be in the spot I want you to be.
So actually, I will tell you in advance, Dana, for Portrait of Ruin, what we're going to do is I'm going to load an all completed save file, and we're just going to go with that.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Because then I can walk around or warp to every important theme,
And we can just like
and I'll have
music
3
it.
save states for the 3 themes that you can't get that way.
Okay.
Really great.
But otherwise, it'll just be a standard playthrough.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that.
Sounds good. Well, I'm really glad that we get to have 2 whole weeks with my favorite game, even though they're split up.
Faxanadu.
Like, I'm super pumped about that.
Right. Yeah, Jarel, if you want to, you will be very helpful for the DS game, because I actually don't know it quite as well as I know the Soma Cruise games. So
Yes, please
that'll be fun.
stream with us. It would be so good.
Yes, please. That would be great.
Yeah, we'll put everybody on. We'll get Jarel and Kevin on next week. We'll
Oh,
have
that'd be
just like
sweet.
a big party along the borders here.
That'd be so
I
awesome.
love it.
I love it. I can't wait.
Sounds good.
Yay.
Awesome. We're ending on time. Look at us.
I know, right? Being responsible.
Not like Chrono Cross, like, oh, we'll be done in half an hour, I swear. An hour later.
Shut up, shut up, shut up. Okay.
Good night,
Yeah,
everyone.
Jarel, totally
All right.
stream with us, please.
Yeah, good night, everybody. We'll see you next
Yay.
week. Oh, wait, I'm not going to end my broadcast just yet, though. Because
Why?
what I have to do instead is we have to raid Joe Zija's channel now.
Well, yeah? Why is that?
So Joe Zija is the voice
up
of
to.
Claude in the new Fire Emblem game.
Right.
And
Which you
right
showed me a little bit
now,
of.
he is starting a playthrough of the new Fire Emblem game where he's like gonna do all of the voices, I think.
Oh, that's funny. That's amazing.
That does sound great. Link us up.
Yeah, we are gonna do exactly that. Hold on. Let's. So this should end this one and send everybody over to Joe. We'll see. Oh no, he has it set up so you can't raid his channel.
Ew. Rude.
Ew.
All right, I typed it in chat. You guys can see it there instead.
Excellent.
For now,
We'll go
we'll
see
over there and
everybody next
complain.
week.
All right. See ya.
Good night,
Bye,
folks.
folks.
Nice to